lack of exposure and inhuman, and also because of a sickness. Racism is a sickness.
My God, you're amazing.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Ruth, and if you're new to this channel, just clicked on this video for the very first time, welcome. My name is Ruthy Maseko. I'm a Zambian and I love to create YouTube content. Yes, so I would appreciate if you were to subscribe before going, and leave a comment, like this video, and everything that you can do. Today I thought about tackling a topic that is very sensitive to many of us, and I want to share my experience. To begin with, is there racism in Turkey? One would ask, or maybe somebody out there is wondering if there is racism in Turkey. Well, yes, there is racism. Yes, there is. But when you ask me, have I experienced it? I would say no. I haven't experienced racism, like someone coming to me, treat me bad because of how I look, my skin color. No. But I've had incidences that I don't consider to be acts of racism. Why do I say so? Because you can tell from how the person is that this person is acting out of ignorance. Yes, guys, most people act out of ignorance. They just don't have information. They are not exposed out there. No wonder they act the way they tend to act, like treat someone maybe badly, or say something, press a comment like call you the N-word and stuff like that. For example, me, most of the things that I've encountered are like, if I'm walking in the streets, the young ones, I can say high school students, they're the ones that will be like, they call you the N-word, nigger or stuff like that. They call you the N-word, and then you just like, for me, I just like, well, so what? This person is acting like this, is calling me this word because he's ignorant. He doesn't have information. He is not exposed. He doesn't know how the world is going right now. Like, he's just trying to be cool for the moment. Maybe it's because he's around the friends and stuff like that, so he's trying to show off to be cool and all of that kind of stuff, but which is not supposed to be the reason. Yeah. And then I've heard about racism happening in Turkey from other people that have experienced it, like, let's say maybe some friends, yeah, that have had such terrible situations. For example, should be 2 to 3 weeks ago, there was a scenario that happened in one of the big cities, Istanbul, where a couple, there's this man who is black, is married to a Turkish lady. They were looking for a house to rent. Then when they went to the agency told them, no, we can't give you a house because your husband is black. Yes, guys, they couldn't rent the lady because the house to him and the family, because he's black. Just because the person is black, what's wrong with being black? So those people, why would they treat someone like that unfairly because he's black? What would a black person do to their house? And I was very shocked to hear about this story. Like really in this day and age, in 2021, we're still talking about racism. People are still acting in such kind of a way. To me, it's I call it a disease. They're sick. They're not okay. Like really, for someone to react in such kind of way, to treat somebody in a bad way, it's because they don't have a heart. They don't have a heart of a human. Like we are all human beings. We all breathe the same air. We all do the same kind of things. Yani we all have the same body functioning. Our body, our system, they all work together. There's nothing different about how a white person's body and a black person's body work. They all work in the similar way. For example, there are even medication. If we can give this example, medication. Let's say headache, painkillers. A black person will take that medication, a white person will take the medication. They'll all be healed from whatever pains them and be suffering. That medicine, it won't say, oh, because it's a black person, or when they were designing that medication, they didn't design it like for black people only or for white people only. They designed that person for one type, for people, because we are one race. So I wonder why some people up to now, they haven't like really exposed themselves to what the world is at, to where the world is at, and what kind of things are happening. I wonder why. And for someone to choose to react in such kind of way, it's really inhuman and unacceptable. You just don't treat someone because of their color. Like, you can't rent my house because you're black. So what if I'm black? What's going to happen to your house? What am I going to turn it into a black house or what? It's just acts of ignorance, lack of exposure, and inhuman. And also because of a sickness. Racism is a sickness. And racism, it's I take it as in how a person grew up, like their beliefs and stuff like that. Because for example, if you're a person who is a believer, you won't treat others because of how they look, because of their skin color, because of wherever they come from. You won't treat them that way, because you know that God created us all in their same image, in his image, and he taught us to love one another as we love ourselves. So if you love yourself, you will show the same kind of love to another person. You can only treat your friend or the person you've met in a very terrible way because you don't have love in you. So those people who practice racism, who act in a racist way, they just don't have a heart of a human. They are just sick. This is in my own opinion, they are sick. That's the reason why these people, they just act in that kind of way. For example, children, they're never taught, they don't know what racism is. Children are taught what racism is. For example, last night I was watching a certain documentary where kids of different background, different countries, or let's say different origins, come together for the very first time. They put them together on play dates to see how they will react, how they will treat one another. And it's so interesting to see kids getting along for the very first time they just met and treat one another with kindness, But if that child responds in a terrible way to the other, it's because they were taught from their parents how to treat certain people. Because a kid, all they know, they have a pure heart, all they know is to treat somebody with kindness. So for a kid to just maybe react in a certain way towards a person, it all begins from where they come from. Like where they come from, they were taught to treat other people like this, or don't mingle with this person, don't mingle with that person because of da. which is not supposed to be good. For me, I would love it if parents could expose their children to different cultures, different kind of people, and just to take them out there to see the world, to see different people, so that they shouldn't be in a shock, or they shouldn't grow up to, to treat others in a very different kind of way. Yeah. So yeah, it's a very, very terrible situation which needs to end. We need to spread love, guys. We need to spread love to the world. The way we love ourselves, that's how we are supposed to treat other people. We are not supposed to segregate somebody just because of how they look or where they come from, their skin color. It doesn't really matter. We are all one race. We are all one human. We breathe the same air. Our bodies function the same way. So there's no point of hating somebody just because they look a certain type of way. No, there isn't. Yeah. So this is what I had, guys. Please share your thoughts on what you think racism, how we should tackle racism, like what kind of words, what kind of things should we do to reduce the spread of racism. Because in 2021, to see somebody being treated in a very inhuman way, it's very heartbreaking and unacceptable. And in this era where we are trying to spread love to the whole world, it's just unacceptable. Yeah. So yeah, that was my thoughts on this topic, guys. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't, share this video, and leave your comments on what you think about this topic and how we can take it to another level. Like, we shouldn't have this kind of topics in this day and age. Like, what should we do to end this? Like, really, we just have to end treating one another badly. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching once more, and God bless.
My God, you're amazing.